What's going on, guys? Is this working? Okay. What's going on, guys? Let's go over the trade, this potential trade I could have taken. So let's move all this. So today, came into market open looking at this here, this 1,500 point move. And today I told myself I'm gonna be cautious because of this, and I'm gonna watch out. I'm gonna watch out. So when there's big range like this, especially when there's a drastic move, price tends to be very unpredictable and very improbable. So I told myself, all right, I'm gonna take it easy today. I might not even enter a trade, and I'm gonna be looking for something that I have 100% confidence in and really like to see. So we're looking at market open. We were looking bullish on the 1 hour. The 4 hour had not broken structure yet. ES was bullish on the 1 hour and on the 4 hour as well right here. So we're looking bullish on those two higher time frames. And of course the daily was bearish. So honestly, I wanted to see price, not what I wanted to see, but I'm expecting price to come in a retrace after this large move. That would be the natural reaction. Sweeping out all this liquidity, filling orders, and hopefully coming up into this daily equilibrium. That's what I was looking to target at first. If price didn't come down as far. So I saw price tap into this 1 hour fair value gap and equilibrium here. ES, we ended up tapping into it as well, but then inversing this 1 hour gap, coming way farther down than NQ. So naturally I wanted to take this trade on NQ, and so we looked at market open and we looked overextended around this time, and so like I said, I wanted to see price come down, retrace, fill orders, and that's what we saw. We saw that on the higher time frame. Once we tapped into this gap, we saw this little tiny 5 minute here get inversed. So once that 5 minute got inversed, okay, great, price is going to move higher. So what we see is price come and respect this equilibrium here, and that would have been my entry. From this equilibrium, we could have taken longs off this candle here. So we break structure, we also inverse this 1 minute, and as you can see, the stops about 90 points, and we have targeted this high that was created. So this would have been it right here. There would have been no break evens I could have gone to, but this was the trade, and I think this was the best trade I could have taken due to the 1 hour, 4 hour starting aligning. Around 10 o'clock, price broke structure on the 4 hour. So 1 hour, 4 hour bullish. So what, the daily might be bearish, but like I said, I was looking to target this high. But once this high got created, I figured, okay, this is probably a better target than daily equilibrium. So this is the trade I would have taken. Now, why didn't I take this trade? Like I said before, I told myself that I was going to be cautious today, that if I didn't have 100% confidence into something, or even 100% like the trade that I was going to take, I wasn't going to take it. Now, part of me feels like this is an excuse, although I did say these things to myself. It could go both ways, I don't want to be too hard on myself, but at the same time, I want to take accountability, and there's that middle ground where you have to find, especially in trading. It's like, did I do something wrong? Is me not executing on this trade caused by fear, caused by hesitation? I think yes. I think I definitely hesitated, and I know in this moment here, and I have all these videos recorded so I can look back, and I'm definitely going to look back today, that I definitely hesitated here. One, due to the stop loss being 80, 90 points which is caused by a lot of volume and volatility in the market. 2, I was fearful. I was simply scared. I felt the fear. I felt it and I froze. I was scared not of missing out, but of losing. And that's not going to get me anywhere. That fear froze me up, and caused me to miss out on a trade. But the other side of the thing, the other side of the ball, I told myself I was going to be cautious today. I wasn't exactly in it today either. I was very tired. And I don't think my head was completely straight on. There's a lot of factors, and I think they all combine with each other to create one outcome, and it was me freezing. I think part of it is good that I did take this trade, because realistically, this large range is very is different. It's something that we don't naturally trade, and so I wouldn't want to trade that. Now, there was a great setup. There's a setup that I just didn't execute on, and that part of me feels terrible. I might be putting myself down a little harshly, but I know my strategy, and I know I should have taken this trade, and I didn't. I didn't, due to the fact of being fearful, of hesitating. And once I saw price started running, that's when I knew it was game over. I think there's a lot of factors that play into trading, and right now I am experiencing all of them. I want to take accountability for my actions, and at the same time, I also feel like something was done correctly. Something was done correctly, that I wasn't thinking so poorly. But at the same time, I look at this trade, and I look at the setup, and it was good. And I didn't execute on it. And that was part of fear and hesitation. And I just wasn't confident. Why wasn't I confident? And that's what I need to go back and rewatch and understand, so that I could get better. But yeah, I think definitely this scared me a little bit. This candle scared me. The stops scared me. And honestly, every time I see a candle like this, for example, look, down to the downside, we break structure to the downside, and then we reverse up, and that's something I am scared of to see. Is a candle moving so volatile and creates a large stop. I hate entering on stuff like this, but despite that, I should be still doing it and managing my risk accordingly to my stop loss. Definitely could have taken this trade. It was good. It was great. I mean, we had all the higher time frame was aligning, lower time frame was aligning. Draws were clear. Direction was clear. Had all the confluences. I just hesitated. I was scared. Simple as that. So, definitely a takeaway from today is I hesitated. And I've been trying to be good about that, about not hesitating on these trades, because if I start hesitating on trades like this, and then I carry it over to the next day, because I've went through this cycle already. I've already experienced this, where I hesitate, and then I bring it over to the next day, and I see a setup, and then I lose, and then it's just a repeat. It's a cycle and repeat, where it's like, okay, now I'm scared because I lost yesterday. Bring that over to the next session. Hesitate. It was a good trade, and then I keep taking the bad trades. I've done this over and over again. I've done this before. I've played these games before, bro, and I would just hate to go through that cycle again. So yeah, we're gonna look back at this, realize that we need to take an accountability of, and I think this is a new concept that I was trying to incorporate when I don't fully understand it. Trying to look at the market and see, okay, is price looking probable? Are these conditions that we would normally trade in? Is there structure forming? Is there structure at all? Is there opportunity that I see? And now then everything ties in with your strategy and your setup. Is higher time frame aligning? Does the lower time frame align? Are we getting good structure on the lower time frame and the higher time frame? Is everything looking good? Is just as simple as that. And you can just say that, but at the same time it's a lot more to process. And I think that whole idea of me being cautious today, the whole idea of these conditions are improbable, really got to me and caused me to freeze at the same time. So, that being said, guys, I froze. Happens to the best of us, and all I can do is just not make the same mistake again, and to work on that, and to just ingrain the idea of, if I enter every single trade that is my setup, that is high probability, then ultimately my probability will show, my edge will show. And this is what hurts me so bad, is that everything that I've been telling myself I just didn't do today. And sometimes we have to have a hiccup, sometimes we have to have a setback to launch ourselves forward. So there's always another day. It's only Monday, so we'll see tomorrow, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. It's been good. It's been real. I'll see y'all. Peace.